All right, looks like more people are popping on. Let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to continue with our series on building a smarter agency, an AI custom chatbot that you can use to build out any CRM, whether it's Agency Zoom, HubSpot, Data Supercenter, whatever CRM you decide you want to use, you can use this custom GPT to actually get the instructions and the step-by-step, button-by-button build-out setup to make sure that that can happen for you. So first, let's start with what we're going to learn today, what you're going to take away from today's training. One, we're going to look at lead management best practices. Two, the 8 steps it takes to implement a process. We'll discuss this each time because I need to drill this in your head. 3, how to set up a custom GPT agent for lead follow-up. 4, how to set up a custom GPT for CRM tool build-out. And we're going to use the Data Supercenter, of course, as our example tool. And then 5, I'm going to show you where to go in the video and document library to copy and paste and be ready to use the actual instructions and prompts and load them into the system. All right. Got a lot of good stuff today. So the first thing I want to go over is, what are the 12 areas of operating an insurance agency? I know I go over this each week, but I just want to remind you, you have lead generation, lead follow-up, quoting, closing the sale, new customer onboarding, service, which includes endorsements and carrier support, claims processing, special event outreach, such as birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, things like that. You have retention, which is where most of our wealth is built in an insurance agency. New customer onboarding, the first start of retention. Pre-renewal outreach, policy reviews, rate increases, and then remarketing. You have your cancellation termination process. How do we staff the agency? We look at licensed staff, unlicensed staff, contractors that we're using. And then finally, technology and automation, such as our agency management system, our CRM, our AI tools, all those particular things. Those are the 12 operational areas of running an insurance agency, and we want to make sure that those are good. Now, I say insurance agency, but I know I have people that are on that are not just insurance. So you look at our 12 areas and you'll see that most of them apply to your business. Maybe your retention process is different. Maybe your cancellation termination process is different. But I can promise you, generating leads, lead follow-up, actually designing your quote or designing what your invoice or what your proposal is for that customer, new customer onboarding, making sure you're servicing that customer, making sure you're handling any problems that that customer has. Those are pretty much all going to be similar. You just need to modify them for your business, okay? Now, what are the 8 steps to implementing a process? I say in an insurance agency, but again, this will apply to most businesses. Number 1, have a vision for the process or the task or the role. You need to have a vision for what it is you need, the people, the processes, the tools, the checklist. What is it supposed to accomplish? Next, you need to time block. If you don't time block, you're never going to set it up. You're never going to implement it. You're never going to train it. You're never going to role play it. You're never going to spot check it. So you have to set aside time, whether that's 20 minutes a day, an hour in a week, whatever that is. You've got to set aside time. You need to make sure that you update and load any scripts, templates, and forms that you're going to use, whether you're sending them through Outlook, your agency management system, your CRM, Ring Central, whatever it is that you're using, it doesn't matter. You need to make sure that your scripts, the phone conversations that you have, the voicemails that you leave, the templates, the email templates you use, the text message templates that you're going to use, and any forms that you want your people to fill out or you want them to go to a landing page and apply something. You need to make sure that all those are set up and they're in the appropriate tools that you're going to need your customer to use. Then you're going to set up and deploy your technology tools. Now, I know a lot of you are kind of confused on 3 and 4. Take the time to set up your templates and your conversations and wordings first, and then load them into the tools. Okay. Don't get caught up in buttons on the tools to the point that you never even load a script. You never build out a script. You never build out a template because you're caught up in what does this button do on this piece of technology I'm playing with. So I don't care if you have to write them out on a piece of paper, write out your scripts, your templates, have some idea of your forms, and then load them into the technology that you're going to use. Technology, of course, is number 4. Number 5, set up your automation. What can I automate? What can I send out automatically without me having to be involved? Number 6, train and role play with the entire staff on all of the pieces of the process. All of the pieces does not mean just role play your scripts and templates. It means role play the buttons that you push on your technology. Role play how the email is going to go out. Role play how the information is going to come back and load into the form. Role play every step of that process from start to finish. I promise you, there'll be something in there that if you don't role play it, it's gonna screw up the entire process. Okay, the entire process. I deal with people who do hair and people who play golf all day and people who run different businesses. And when I'm working with them, I'll say, look, let's role play this from start to finish. So they'll want to start, I'll take on hair and they'll say, well, I'm going to start with them in my chair. No. Start before they ever get to your chair. Start when they first got the notice of their appointment. What does that look like? Start when you actually gave them the time to be there and the reminder to be there. What does that look like? Start when they actually walk in the shop. What does your shop look like? Is it clean? Is it presentable? Is it easy for them to get to? Start with, now they're in your chair. Now you start with, what do I do? Where are my tools set up? How are they set up so I can easily grab them, easily maneuver around my shop? Do I have water for my customer? Do I have any coffee or anything for them to drink? You're role playing that process from beginning to end. You have that vision of what you want that whole interaction to look like. That's how we're going to do the same thing when I say make sure that we train and role play. Even in an insurance agency, I want to role play that whole process. Then we implement. So now I've got it trained. I've got the vision. Now I'm implementing. And then I want to spot check from time to time. Just because I did it once doesn't mean I'm going to do it right every time. I need to go back and spot check what I'm sending my customer, what I'm saying to my customer, what my staff is saying to my customer. How is all this working out? I need to implement all of that, and I need to role play and spot check it. Okay, that's what we mean by that. Now, if we do this right, you're going to have 7 good outcomes. Every customer interaction is handled in a professional manner. They're handled consistently. You're going to increase premium when it's in the customer's best interest. You're going to increase policies when it's in the customer's best interest. You're going to get referrals because the customer is going to be so impressed with the consistency of what you do. You're going to increase your retention because everything in that relationship is better and you actually add more value. And then the customer service is going to be more efficient. It's going to be more consistent. It's going to be easier for everybody. Does that make sense? Good. All right, guys. So again, we're all about building a smarter insurance agency. I'm going to cut my camera off here for a second. And I'm going to, let me find my camera. There we go. I'm going to cut off my camera because I really want us to focus on all of the pieces that we want to focus on today. First, I'm going to start with the actual Chat GPT custom agents, and I'm going to show you how I built those custom agents and what they do. So the first custom agent that I'm going to show you, let me come back over here and make sure that you guys are seeing what I want you to see. One second here. Good. I'm going to show you my Chat GPT. And so in Chat GPT, if you notice on the left side, I have a bunch of different custom agents out here. GPTs is what they call them, because I build a GPT for each task or each role that I want to accomplish. And this is the same thing you should do. Build your GPTs for each task or each role. Today, it's lead follow-up. So I'm going to come down to my lead follow-up GPT. Don't worry, guys. I gave you all the built out, all the instructions, all that stuff for this in the video library. If you're not an Inspire Nation member, you're not going to have access to all of the custom stuff. I'll show you how to do it. I'll explain it, but I'm not going to give you our prompts that I spent hours and hours making sure and perfecting, making sure they work right. So we're going to come over here and we're going to look at our, where is it? Our lead generation. Let me find our lead. Come on, hold on. I'm doing this real time. So there we go. Adaptive lead follow-up. So this is our lead follow-up workflow builder. What does that mean, lead follow-up? It means the timelines of when certain things happen, how they happen. I'm sending out an email at this particular time. I'm sending out a voicemail at this particular time. I'm sending out a reminder at this particular time. I'm sending out instructions at this particular time. So that's what a lead follow-up is. It's how often am I reaching out to you? So the way we have this set up is once I get ready to get started, it's going to say, okay, give me your information. And then it's telling me exactly what it's going to do. What's my agency name? What's my first name if I want this to go out for me? What's the phone number, the email address, the office days? Am I open Monday through Thursday? Office hours, am I open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.? What time zone am I in? If I'm in California or someplace that requires me to put my license number, it's all right there for me. What's the website that I want to have out? What type of insurance is this? Is this an internet referral? Is this an inbound? So I'm going to take, and I'm going to fill all this out. You're like, oh my God, can't I just put in a give me a lead this and it's all done? You can, but if you want this to be very customized and very specialized, take the time and fill out these little questions. Okay? Take the time and fill them out. Now you're going to get back a custom made lead follow-up that you can build right into your system. All right? So let me show you. I'm going to go over here and show you an Inspire Nation. All right, so now I'm at Inspire Nation, and I'm going to click on Lead Management. Inspire Nation, of course, for those of you that are not our members, this is where all our members get all their resources. I'm going to scroll down, and you see the Inspire Nation Lead Management and Lead Follow-Up Workflows. All right, so now, what do I mean by workflow? Make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. This is what a workflow is. This says that once the person becomes a new lead, they're going to get an email. They're going to get a text. They're going to get a voicemail. They're going to get all that. When is that going to happen? It's going to happen on day one. And what tool do I need? I need my intro video created. That's why I gave you guys the video training a couple of weeks ago on how to do that. And I think even in your handouts, I gave you the prompt for creating the video, AI videos. Yeah, look in your handouts. It is there. So if you look right here on your webinar gem, you look at the different resources available to you, the files, you'll see that handout is available to you to create videos. You're going to need your calendar link, whether you're using Calendly or something like that. That's what a workflow is. And then I've got it split out. On day one, they get this. On day two, they get this. On day three, they get this. On day 4, 5, and 6, this is what happens. So that's what we mean by an interval. Okay, I want to make sure that you guys understood that. So let's come back over here now. So now I'm inside of the chat GPT that I built out. You answered these little, it says 21 and it seems like it's a lot, but some of these you might need, some of these you might not need, but they're all important. They're all very important, including will a video be a part of this? Yes, it will. Is an AI agent available? Did you build out a prompt and actually use the data supercenter so that your AI agent can have a conversation with these customers? Yes or no? What CRM are you using? Are you using data supercenter? Are you using Agency Zoom? Are you using Insured Mind? Are you using some other CRM that's out there? That's why these questions are important. So it can build out a customized version for you. Okay. Now, if we come over to Inspire a Nation, and you're like, well, Billy, that's great. Where do I download the prompt? Again, if you're our active member, you go to Inspire Nation. If you'll click on where it says Lead Management, that's the sixth, or the little green button that's down here, the last of the green buttons, the ninth one. Lead Management, CRM Pipelines, and Workflows. If you clicked on that page, it's going to bring you to this page that we're looking at. You're going to see your CRM workflow, so you'll know what that is. And then you'll come over here and it'll say AI Lead Follow-Up Workflow Builder Custom GPT Prompt. Download that. And then right beneath it, you're going to see AI CRM Tool Build Instructions Custom GPT Prompt. And you're going to download that one as well. The first one gives you the workflow. It says, I'm sending this on day 1. I'm sending this on day 10. I'm sending this on day 4. Okay, gives you the lead follow-up. The second one actually shows you how to build it in the tool that you're using. So if you notice down there underneath the download button, it says, this prompt researches the web and online resources for the most current step-by-step and button-by-button build-out instructions for any CRM where instructions are available online. I wrote this prompt to be a research prompt. So you go out, you type in whatever CRM you're using, and then it goes out and it finds the best instructions for that, okay? The best instructions. So let me come back over here and show you guys this, because this is really neat. And I haven't seen anyone else build this type of prompt. I'm sure, everybody's building prompts all day long, every day, but I haven't seen anyone build this type of prompt yet. So I'm really excited about it and using it and how we're using it. So now I'm going to come over to CRM tool step-by-step. There we go. So what you do is you take your workflow, you load your workflow into this prompt, and then the prompt takes the workflow, looks at all the different pieces of the workflow, how it happens, what it does, things are supposed to send out, and then it says, based on that, I'm going to give you the step-by-step instructions to build this out inside of the tool. All right, so I'm actually going to do this live for you guys, okay? I'm going to do this live. So I'm going to take a workflow. Let me go. I've got several out here. So let's take this workflow. Let's take a shorter one. So I'm going to do the 14-day. For those of you that are first timers, you're like, why doesn't he have this already open and ready to go and all that? Because I want you guys to see me do it live. Okay. I want you to see me do it live. So this is a referral or warm lead quote follow-up. And the reason why I wouldn't copy and paste is, because it's, I'd be copying the whole thing and it's a protected document. So there are my text messages that I'm going to use. There's everything I'm going to use. So now I'm going to copy this, copy text. I'm going to stick it on a Word document. I'm going to stick it all on a Word document. Now I know you guys are like, wait a minute, don't I have to format this? Here's what's really nice about this. AI doesn't need the same formatting that you and I need. Okay, it doesn't need that. So I'm going to do a 14-day, I'm going to label this 14-day lead follow-up. I'm going to name it so I can easily get to it. I'm doing this live, guys. This is not me. It's not you having to figure out what you're supposed to do or how does that work. I'm actually showing you live. Now I'm going to save this in my downloads. Save this in my downloads so I can easily get back to it. 14-day lead follow-up. So now I have my workflow. And yep, I know it's not in any particular order, and it's okay because AI doesn't need any particular order. So let me close this. And I don't think you guys are seeing everything I'm doing. Let's see. Yeah, so you saw me copy that. That's good. I've saved it. So now I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to go back to my Chat GPT. And again, I'm in my CRM tool step-by-step build guide. That's because I want to take the workflow that I used and I want to know how to build it in my CRM. So I'm going to load up that file first. Go find my 14-day lead follow-up file here. All right, so I loaded the file that you guys saw me copy. And so now I'm going to tell it, build a step-by-step, or build step-by-step, not a. Build step-by-step instructions. I am using the Data Supercenter CRM. And I'll show you guys a little bit behind the scenes. I built out the instructions in a way that it will go out and research whatever tool you list, you name, HubSpot, like I said, any Salesforce, you name it. And if it's not sure, it will ask you, are you asking for this? Is this the tool you want? So it's smart enough to know what you're doing there. So build step-by-step instructions. I'm using the Data Supercenter CRM. I uploaded that. So now it's reading the document that I uploaded. I don't know how long that's going to take because I'm doing this live. It says, I've got the workflow content from your file and I'm checking the current Data Supercenter CRM layout so I can give you exact click-by-click steps instead of generic automation instructions. All right. So now it's laying it all out for me. So now it's telling me, hey, you need to create these stages: referral lead, quote in progress, quote delivered. If I already have a pipeline, I need to add these stages to it. Here are tags that I need to use. All right, while you guys are reading that part and it's still doing what it's doing, I'm going to go open up my Go High Level. Remember, I built the Data Supercenter on top of Go High Level. So I'm going to open that up for you guys. It built out the entire step-by-step thing. Okay. It told me what fields I needed to create, the email templates. Okay. It says it has 7 matching emails for this sequence. There's my path. There's everything. Now my button by button build. Now understand, the reason why it doesn't show my email templates is because I didn't need it to recreate the workflow. I already had my workflow. I already knew these email templates are going to go in there. These text message templates are going to go in there. This is what's going to happen. I just needed to know how to actually build it out inside of my system. So here we go. This is step by step. Create the workflow. So I'm going to come back over to the Data Supercenter. Obviously, I'm not going to build this workflow. It would take me about 45 minutes to an hour to build it all out. But I at least want you to know where things go inside of the Data Supercenter. So now I've got my Data Supercenter open. And it told me, hey, I needed certain tags that I wanted, that it said I should have. So I'm going to go over here. And there are custom fields that I can build. So if it told me I needed a custom field, I would build that custom field right in here. If it said that I needed certain objects that I wanted to have in there, whether it was whatever that object was, whether it was a company, whether it was build this or build that, I'm just going to follow exactly what it says. It told me I needed specific tags. Okay. So now I would come over to the tags in my settings, and I would start building out those tags that it told me I needed to build. And then I'm going to come back over here. Let's go back. Now it says, well, wait a minute, Billy, you also need to build certain pipelines. Okay, got it. So I'm going to go under my opportunities. And under my opportunities, it says pipelines. Hold on, it's moving a little slow. There we go. And so I would start to create my pipeline based on what it told me how I needed to do it. Now, again, it gave me step by step. Go back over to this. It gave me step by step instructions. Create your SMS templates. Okay, this says button by button build. Create the email templates. Marketing emails, click new. Select email template from the workflow that I already had. Type the template name. Type the subject. Type the body. Again, all this was already provided in the first workflow. So now if I come back over to the Data Supercenter, share this instead. There we go. I'm going to go under my marketing tab. I'm going to go under my emails tab. Let's let those load. I got a lot of emails, so it's obviously going to load. Let me check to make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Yep, you're seeing exactly what I'm seeing. Perfect. I'm going to go under my templates. Now we put all our templates in particular folders, so I could create a new folder. Maybe this was a campaign where I was doing a lead follow-up for commercial general liability. Who knows? So I would create a folder for commercial general liability. I'd put all my emails that I'm going to use in that folder. So in this particular case, let's come down here. I'll just pick a folder. Let's use our 5-week lead management training folder. So these are emails that I listed there. And then, of course, I would just create a new email. I'd use a blank template. I'd use Design Editor. Design Editor is going to give me all the fancy. I could add a video. I could add a picture. I could add all this other stuff. If I wanted to use a plain text editor, that's when I'm only writing out text. All right. And when do you use these? Anytime you are concerned about your stuff getting caught up in spam, because you're adding video, you're adding graphics, you're adding images, you're adding all that. And of course, that's more likely to get caught up in spam. Anytime you really just want to send something and know that it's going to get through, use the plain text, because that's all it is. It's just plain old text with some links. Design Editor is fancy. Okay, if I use Design Editor and let it open up, it's going to allow me to add video, add images, add forms, add all kind of stuff that I want in my email. But just remember, the more stuff you add, the more likely you are to get caught up in spam. Okay, the more stuff you add, the more likely you are to get caught up in spam. So I use, a lot of times you guys will get emails from me and it's just plain text emails with some links, because I know that that's going to get through. All right. But over here, if you see, it's got a text, images, buttons. If I wanted to add social media, if I wanted to add a product image or FAQs or any of that. So that's when you use the Design Editors, when you're getting fancy with stuff. I didn't need to get fancy, so we're okay, because I'm just showing you guys how to actually do this build out. Now that's for email. In the Data Supercenter, snippets are where we build our text messages. So I'm going to click on snippets. And so this is where we're building our text messages. Remember, in the Chat GPT, it gave me the first workflow gave me all of the different things that I needed. Okay, so let me show you this once more. I'm going to share this. So I downloaded a workflow from Inspire Nation, and it literally gave me everything I needed. Thank you for allowing us to quote you. Hi, customer. Thank you for requesting a quote or being referred to us. We're excited to get started. Our team's reviewing your information and we'll reach out shortly. In the meantime, here's a quick welcome video. We'll stay in touch by phone, email, and text, and you can chat with us anytime using our 24/7 AI assistant or chatbot. Here's a link. So again, the workflow gave me this. So when you first use that Inspire Nation workflow, it's going to build out the workflow for you. Now that I have my workflow, I need to know how to build that workflow in my tool. I know a lot of you are going to use virtual assistants to build it out, or you're going to hire a company to build it out. Well, I'm telling you, you can also use your Chat GPT custom agent to tell you step by step how to build all that out for you. So we're going to take this, we're going to load it into our Chat GPT. Okay, which is what we did over here. We loaded it all into our Chat GPT custom agent, and our Chat GPT custom agent took that and gave me build instructions, step-by-step build instructions. So I'm just going to take those instructions, like it says, add a tag, add the tag quote follow-up active, then I click save, then I create and update the opportunity. Then I select the pipeline insurance quotes. Then I select the stage. It's quote in progress. So it's telling me step by step how to do it. Okay. So now when I come back over to the Data Supercenter, and it's telling me to build out these email templates, build out these particular text message templates. Now it's telling me opportunities. Okay, I've got it. But even under the opportunities, it says, well, you need pipelines that have this particular title to it. So now I want to create the pipeline. So I'm going to say, okay, create the pipeline. And then it's going to give me the stages. That's what all these different things are. It said, put stage, follow up this, put the stage to do this, put the stage to do that. So those are different stage names. And I'll build those stage names in here, and I'll build this, and it showed me step by step how to do it. So by the time this is all over, I'm good. I've got my build out. I know exactly what I need to do. That's why I'm building these prompts. I'm changing the focus of the video and document library to really be more AI focused. So you'll see a lot of the stuff that we have in there, like we give you a lot of your templates and we give you a lot of this. I'm taking our templates and I am uploading those into workflow builders and adjusting those workflow builders and those templates so that when you use our prompts, the custom AI prompts that we're giving you, it will give you our templates. It's not just going to give you random, never tried, never tested templates. It's going to take our templates that we've used effectively for years and give you those templates. So the video and document library, Inspire Nation overall is just changing. We're staying up with the times. I'm not going to get caught with my pants down because I'm riding on my laurels. We're changing everything that you're seeing. And you guys are, I'm sure you're going to appreciate it. Okay. Sure you're going to appreciate it. So now I'm coming back over to the video and document library. And I'm showing you again, I'm just showing you in the video library. When you get to the lead management page, which is that last button right there, lead management and CRM pipelines, workflows. Now, when you come down, you're going to see AI lead follow-up workflow builder custom GPT download. AI CRM build instructions. This is so you can actually get the step-by-step instructions. Now, I told it Data Supercenter because that's my tool, right? But let's say you're using HubSpot. Let's say you're using Insured Mind. Let's say you're using Agency Zoom. It will go out and research the most current, up-to-date instructions and try to give you step-by-step instructions for everything. AI changes rapidly. Websites change. Your your CRM tools are changing. Hawksoft changes. I mean, everybody changes. So it's real important that your tool go out and research the most current, up-to-date way of doing this. Okay, that's why these instructions are so important, because it tells it go out and find the most current, up-to-date, and there's certain little guidelines that we had to play with to really figure out how to get it to do what we needed to do. We've already done all the work. All you need to do is copy, paste, and load it into your Chat GPT or Perplexity or Claude or wherever it is that you're loading it, and let our prompts do the work. There may be some minor glitches, you never know, but it's much easier to fix something or to repair a little something than it is to create something from the beginning. So anyway, that's how we built those out for you. Okay. Now we still have our old, I won't say old, we still have our current workflows inside here. So we have our 21-day follow-up. We have our referrals. We have, I mean, all this is still here for you. Okay. Still here for you, but we might as well use AI as well. Now, let me go behind the scenes and show you guys how I actually built this out. So I'm going to go to, let's see, which one am I going to use? I'll use the tool setup. Okay, I'm going to go explore. This is in Chat GPT. I'm still a big Chat GPT fan when it comes to the custom agents, because the way they set them up is still better than anything I've seen, and it's cheaper than anything I've seen out there as well. Yes, there are other tools you could use, Claude and, Clawback and all that other stuff that's out there, Copilot and all the agentic stuff that's out there. But man, those things get real pricey real quick. Chat GPT, in my opinion, is still the best value. Now, I know it hallucinates. I know it will give you some stuff that's not good, which is why I'm telling you, use our prompts, because we've already gone through all the hassle of figuring out if something works. We've tested GPT against Claude, against Copilot, against, Merlin, against whatever, to come back to see, is it going to work in all these different tools? We've already done all that work for you. But anyway, so how would I set it up? Like, Billy, great. I'm going to download the instructions. I'm going to get everything together. Now I have no clue how to set it up. Let me show you how to set it up. So you're going to go into, I'm just going to click on My GPTs. Over here, it's going to say Edit. You're going to name the tool. This is under GPTs. This is not under projects. This is not under chat. This is under GPTs. You're going to name the tool, put a description, which we already gave you as part of the handout. You're going to copy the instructions. Copy the instructions. Copy and paste. And you're going to paste them where it says instructions. We also gave you conversation starters. What's a conversation starter? It's basically a prompt so you'll know what to ask. So I've got a conversation starter. Build this workflow in the Data Supercenter. Research the latest button-by-button steps for the CRM. Debug this workflow. Build and find what will break. It's so that you'll kind of know what to ask the tool and where to start. And then if you have anything in particular that you want to set up or you want to use, maybe you've got some workflows that you want to use. You don't want to use our workflows. Upload your workflows where it says knowledge, okay? Where it says knowledge. Upload your workflows there. What's really important is that you click these buttons down here. Web search, Canvas, image generation, and code interpreter. It can't go out in web search if you never clicked the button that said go out and web search. It can't go out and interpret the code and data analysis that these sites are putting out if you never clicked the button that said code interpreter and data analysis. You can't generate an image if for some reason you want to generate an image if you never click the button that said image generation. So you've got to be able to load that. So you're going to take our prompt, you're going to load our prompt into the instructions, give it a description, give it the name. You're going to take our conversation starters and just copy and paste in here. You're going to take our workflow, and you're going to upload that workflow. You can either upload the workflow here if you felt like you're going to use the same thing over and over, or you can upload the workflow into the chat part in case it's something that you're doing for the first time or you feel like I'm not going to do this over and over. Then you click update. It's going to ask you, do you want to be able to share this? Let it update first. And now you come back over and it is now part of your GPTs. You have 3 sections to Chat GPT. You have conversations, right, which are your normal chats. You do that by clicking new chat. You have projects, which projects are where you save all of the different conversations into one folder, basically. That's your memory. Remember, I said AI has a brain, a memory, and arms and legs, right? So the brain are the recent conversations and chats that you've had. The project is the memory, but the arms and legs are the GPTs. This is what allows it to go out and do different things. If you're an Inspire Nation member, log into the video library, download the AI prompts that I created for you. Okay. If you're not an Inspire Nation member, then look at your Chat GPT. There's a lot of functionality within that Chat GPT that you can build out and that you can use. Okay. So I'm going to go look at this recording. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you for being here. I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.